All right, Shalom. First off, give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kadash. The honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and women and children who follow. So I got this article, man, I pulled up. I was just, doing some research on, like finances and whatnot, and this happened to come up. So just want to dive in it. You know what I'm saying? This is Pakistan. This was from CNNMoney.com. It says, and it's from January 3rd. Pakistan cozies up to China on trade after Trump tweet. It says barely a day after being tweet slammed by President Trump, Pakistan announced new measurements that will strengthen its trade ties with China. Pakistan's central bank said it has officially adopted China's yuan as a currency for trade between the two countries, which are neighboring allies. That means companies in China and Pakistan can now trade directly in yuan instead of having to use currencies such as the US dollar. And that's going to be a major thing because before like last year, before really recently, everything was traded in US dollars. So that's because the US dollar was the reserve world currency. But ever since China, the Chinese yuan has been put into that basket of currencies with the euro and the Japanese currency and the dollar. It's basically been taken over. China's a powerhouse, and they're to be reckoned with. And it's going to get into this some more in this article. It says the Trump administration subsequently confirmed it will continue to withhold $225 million. Pakistan's government expressed deep disappointment at Trump's remarks, describing them as completely incomprehensible. It says China already accounts for around 28% of Pakistan's imports, more than any other country, according to official data. And China is Pakistan's third biggest import market behind the US and the UK. So this is a major deal for both China and Pakistan. And it says the currency move will likely boost China's proposed global trade route, the One Belt, One Road initiative, which passes through Pakistan. And that's, when I first read this last night, I was like, damn, the brothers was just going in on this. The brother Ariala and Bukhari Kwam. And on World War III algorithm. Y'all brothers need to check that out, man. All of them, they all fire. But it was through the spirit, you know what I'm saying? I found this article which is going in on it as well. That's the vibe that needs to be pushed out. Because like the brother said, this is gonna start war. This is basically China taking money from the US. Because if they ain't gotta buy your currency to do their little trades or whatnot, then they don't need your currency. All them dollars is just gonna come back to the US, making the dollar even weaker as is. It's gonna fold. It's gonna break the dollar. And they're gonna go to war behind this. Not just this action, but plenty of actions that happened before and that are going to happen after this. It says the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, unveiled by President Xi Jinping in 2015 with a pledge to invest at least $46 billion in Pakistan, has already deepened the links between the countries. So they got a deal for $46 billion, and Trump over here talking about they're gonna continue to hold a $225 million. What's $225 million to $46 billion? Come on, you think they worried about that? And all the bombing y'all did in their country, they ain't worried about you niggas. It says companies will be free to choose whether to conduct trade in yuan, dollars, or other international currencies such as the euro or yen. But Pakistan's central bank made it clear it expects the Chinese currency to assume a big role. So they trying to, cut the middleman out, man. Look, you my third biggest customer. You know what I'm saying? I'm your biggest supplier. We need to click up and, to make this deal happen. That's what's happening. That's what's going on right here. So instead of us having to go to them for us to make a deal, let's just make a deal with me and you. And then that person that's getting cut out, they gonna look at it like, oh, y'all niggas wanna, y'all wanna cut me out? I can't get my share of the pie? Well, I'm gonna drop bombs on you. I'm gonna find a way to demonize you. So that you gotta come see me now. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here, man. So, this is a real good article. Y'all write this out. I'm gonna put the link in the description. See if there's anything else I want to get out of here. Yeah. Okay, so considering the recent local and global economic developments, particularly with the growth size of trade and investment under China, the CPEC foresees that the yuan domination trade with China will increase significantly going forward and will yield long-term benefits for both countries. That's right. So leaving the dollar alone is going to benefit both countries in the long term because they know the dollar is weak, because they know the dollar has a limited time, and they also realize the ultimate plans of China, which is to take over, which is to become the main currency within the world. Says Bilal Khan, Pakistan's economist at Standard Chartered, said the dollar was likely the principal currency for Pakistan's international trade, but that could change. Of course, he wanted to leave the door open. Why? Because he knows what's going on. He knows what China got planned. They obviously, they're allies. They're going to tell each other what's going on, or at least give them a heads up. Hey, look, we trying to, we got this trade route from China to Germany and all the way through and all the way back. Just like we had back in the day with the Silk Road, with the spices and the silks and all the everything that they had back in the day. China was flourishing back then, and they're trying to do the same thing now. Expediting trade routes, quality merchandise, oil cheap. I'm saying? Everything's cheap. I'm saying? China is basically the ultimate hustler in the world right now. And all the other dealers, I'm saying, around the world, that all the big dudes anyways, that's not down with China, I'm saying, they're not liking it. That's why, I'm saying, it's gonna be war out here. But I'm gonna get this precept real quick. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 6, it says, shall not all these take up a proverb against him, and a taunting proverb, saying, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, and how long, and to him that laid himself with thick clay. And that's what America did, man. They increased on what is not theirs. They raped, robbed, and murdered the whole planet. Look at Pakistan. They went to war with Pakistan, over opium. And now they got the whole world set up to pay them because they're the reserve currency. That's free money. That's what's really holding this dollar up. Is them being the world's reserve currency and the petrodollar. But once they start exchanging oil for gold, oil for yuan, oil for rubles, or whatever else they deem necessary, then America's gonna fall, man. That's when you gonna really come into a bad time. And it says, him that laid himself with thick clay. That's Ibatya, that's debt. Okay? America can't come back from this. They can't shake their way out of this situation. It's inevitable. So, you're gonna have wars coming out of this. You're gonna have famines coming out of this. Because the American people aren't going to be able to feed their families. Everything can come out of this, man. All the prophecies. martial law, civil unrest, race war, all of it's tied together. It's like when you tie your shoestring and you can pull one string and it all come apart. That's what's going on. And this is just one little tug on that string. And, with that being said, I hope you brother was edified, with this lesson. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakal, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and sincerity, and the women and children who follow. Shalom.